The following program is not intended for preschool-age children. Parental discretion is advised.
Major funding for Don't Look Now is provided by the Mabel Louise Riley Foundation, a Boston-based foundation with special interest in children and youth. Additional funding is provided by public television stations and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Last week at this time, PBS took a daring leap in broadcast television history. We gave a group of young children the opportunity to create a television program of their very own. At this time, I wish to apologize for that and make my solemn promise that that program will not reappear on this network. In its place, we present something much more suitable for you boys and girls, an extra episode of Mr. Richards.
Mr. Richards, wake up. You're on. You're on. Mr. Richards, you better get your thumb out of your mouth. You're going to need orthodonture.
What do you mean? I'm on.
Yes, it's a direct order from the top. You have to do an extra program.
Sure. But it's such a beautiful day in my beddy bye. A wonderful day in my beddy bye. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?
What? Oh, all right. I guess we'll have to let those ill-mannered kids do another show. Yeah. Due to unforeseen circumstances, PBS is proud to continue its experimental program for children, Don't Look Now.
Live from Beantown! Well, then why do you want to go out with them?
And cue.
What do you mean, cue? I thought this show was canceled.
Not anymore.
What happened to Mr. Richards' show?
Yeah.
Oh, he fell asleep. He was probably watching your program.
Great. Now what do we do?
Well, why don't you just do the show like we've been rehearsing it all week, huh?
This should be a laugh.
That's what I said. Cue.
Hi. Against all odds, we're back again. Some of us you've seen before, like me, but others like Max and John and Baja and Jocelyn are new. Max lives in Cambridge, but Jocelyn, she lives in a 10-room house.
11 rooms, actually, but who's counting? That's if you don't count the 4 bathrooms, or the stables.
Ha! Avast, me hearties! Hoist the mainsail! And you, ha-ha, walk the plank.
Wait. This letter's just arrived.
Let me see that.
My ransom's been paid.
Nope. It's a letter from the Society of Prevention to Cruelty to Animals. It says here that they think it's cruel of us to feed you to the sharks this way.
I'm saved.
Wrong. Apparently, your running shoes give 'em heartburn. So take off your shoes, and then you walk the plank. Come on, ye little...
Dad,
Yes, son.
how come you smoke a pipe?
Well, I don't actually smoke it. You know that, son.
Yeah, I know that, but I was just wondering, how come you always have that pipe in your mouth when you never light it?
My mother made me put this pipe in my mouth.
You're kidding. You mean Grandma makes you smoke a pipe?
Well, not exactly. You see, when I turned 34, she decided it was time I stopped sucking my thumb. She gave me a baby's pacifier, but your mother took that away. This pipe is the only thing they'll let me put in my mouth.
Oh, Please, let me be adopted, please.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Pell.
Sit down. Now, did anybody do anything interesting over the weekend?
Oh, Miss!
Maximilian, speak.
I went to the theater, Miss, and saw Hamlet. I really enjoyed it, Miss. It was great.
What? You went to see Hamlet and you liked it?
Yes, Miss. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to enjoy Hamlet. Shakespeare did not write Hamlet to be enjoyed.
You get it?
No. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet to be taught in school. Now, don't give me any more of this enjoying Shakespeare nonsense.
Yes, Miss.
Come on, Max. It's easy.
You're crazy. I'm not going in front of nationwide television and introduce a stupid contest.
Why not? There's nothing to it. I did it last week.
Well, you're more experienced, so you can do it again this week.
Nope. It says in the script that you gotta do it, so you have to. Plus, producers don't like it if you mess up.
Well, what can they do to me?
I don't know, but they have their ways. They got me last week, so I advise you to do the contest.
Tina, I don't know what to say.
It's on the cue cards.
Oh, you may or may not know it, but this show is live. That's why they call it a comedy show. Everyone at home is waiting for us to make idiots of ourselves. I'm not kidding.
Just read what's on the cards, Max.
But it's also live because you at home can call us here at the studio and talk to us on the air. For example, you could win this neat Don't Look Now t-shirt for just answering a simple question. Hint, we get all our questions from last week's newspapers. So here goes. Tina reads the question.
Max, it's my line. Sorry. The question is, who was the 1983 Nobel Peace Prize winner?
That's easy.
Don't tell me the answer, Max.
Oh, boy. Sorry.
Now for the hard part. You can reach us here in the studio at 1-800-932-1005. Now remember, 1-800-932-1005.
But in Massachusetts, you call 576-1730 without the 800 number because it doesn't work in Massachusetts.
Right.
Now what do we do?
Well, we're going to watch Billy Joel while our viewer calls in.
Wait a minute, viewer? I think we'll have more than one.
No, I don't think so, Max. Max, you get it. You get it.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi, who's this?
Wendy.
Wendy. Hi, how you doing, Wendy?
Fine.
Where you from?
Hollywood, Florida.
Hollywood, Florida.
What? Let me talk.
Are you sure there's a Hollywood in Florida? Well, do you have an answer for us?
Oh,
Lekolinza.
Pardon?
Lekolinza.
No, I'm afraid that's not right. Oh, you are right. My mistake. Shoot me. All right, sorry. We're going to send you a Don't Look Now t-shirt, okay? If you stay on the line, and one of our directors will tell them where you live.
All righty. Whose turn is it to do the dishes? Hold it. On second thought, why should you kids have all the fun? I'm gonna do the dishes myself tonight.
Works every time. Right, Geoffrey.
And so, when the pressure builds up inside the volcano, there is a big explosion.
Miss,
Yes, Deitch, speak.
my father says that this school has no academic standing.
How can your father say that, Maximilian, when you are the best student in this class?
That's right, and he says that if I'm the best student in this class, this school must be lousy. Ain't that the truth?
Right, yeah.
Well,
Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Dad, do you call your boss at work by his last name?
No, son, we're very informal. I get to call him by his first name.
Oh. Then what does he call you?
Well...
Anthony, I won't have you using language like that in front of the children.
Another way to get on television, although you won't win anything, but you will get your picture beamed across America, is to tell a joke. And after reading this week's scripts, I know your jokes have got to be better than the rotten garbage you make us perform.
What's your joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? Ether. Ether who? Easter Bunny. Knock, knock. Who's there? Samoa. Samoa who? Samoa Easter Bunny. Knock, knock. Who's there? Stell. Stell who? Stell more Easter Bunny to come. Knock, knock. Who's there? Can someone? Can someone who? Can someone get rid of these ridiculous Easter bunnies?
Why is it stupid to send letters to Washington?
I don't know. Why?
Because he's dead.
What tastes better, a shooting star or a hamburger?
What?
A shooting star because it's meteor.
And now we come to the educational segment of the show.
I wonder who gets it this week.
What do you mean, get it?
Didn't you see what happened to Dylan last week?
No. Me get up on a Sunday morning? What, are you crazy?
So you don't know what the educator does to us poor kids?
Nope.
Boy, are you in for a treat. I wonder who's going to get it this week.
Ah, Baja, there you are.
Pardon me, sir, but as you can see, I'm taking a bath.
Baja, have you ever wondered about sharks?
No, and if you don't mind.
Well, you're going to find out.
Wow, this is something.
Baja, the creatures you're meeting now are harbor seals. They've come here from the coast of Maine.
Where's here?
This is the New England Aquarium in Boston.
This is neat. But how'd I get here?
It doesn't matter how you got here. We're just glad you're here, right, fellas? In fact, someone's waiting for you upstairs.
For me? Really? Gee, thanks. I still don't understand how I got here. Oh, hello.
Basha, how are you?
I wonder who she is.
This is Holly Aloyan, a diver here who's also a caretaker for some of the occupants. She's getting breakfast ready for the sharks.
How many meals are they fed a day?
They're fed 5 times every day.
Sure that's enough?
I hope so.
Holly prepares everything from mackerel to shrimp for the sharks. They each get 1.5 pounds of fish every day. What's the matter, Baja? Don't you like fish?
Not really. I sort of like steak better.
Okay, Baja, let's go.
You mean you're going in there, Holly?
Yep.
You mean you aren't scared?
No, the animals are all used to me.
And anyway, it's only when some sharks get very hungry that they attack humans.
I sure hope she has enough food.
There are more than 250 species of sharks that swim through the waters of our planet. The largest ones can actually grow to over 45 feet in length, about as long as a school bus. Surprisingly, sharks don't need a lot of food to survive. In the wild, rather than here at the aquarium, they eat not only fish, but turtles, sea lions, and crabs. Believe it or not, one large meal can last them several weeks. But if they happen to be hungry, some will grab for just about anything in sight. And that's what sharks are all about, Baja. Baja? Baja! Well, I hope she's a good swimmer.
Boy, what a dream that was.
Yes, class. Tonight's homework assignment will be pages 23 through 68 in your algebra books.
That's not fair.
What was that, Tina? Speak.
I said that wasn't fair. Sure, that teacher last year didn't give us any homework.
Oh, she didn't, did she?
No, miss.
Oh, well then. You've got a whole year's worth of algebra homework to get caught up on. So tonight's homework assignment will be pages 23 through 268.
When will I learn to keep my big mouth shut?
You better get started.
You know, John, this show's actually better than I thought it would be.
Didn't you see the show last week?
Are you crazy? Me watch public television?
So you didn't see the part where Tina got yellow yucked?
What's yellow yucked?
So you haven't read today's script yet?
No, they didn't give it to me until after I was on the air.
So you don't know if you get yellow yucked or not?
No, imagine giving me a script after I'm already on the air.
Do you know your lines?
No, so if I make a mistake, don't blame me, because I don't know what to do. What's this?
Yellow yuck. Now you know.
Why me?
'Cause you said the magic words.
What magic words?
Read your script and you'll find out.
You knew about this, didn't you, John?
Oh, me?
I'll kill you.
Stay away.
You know, Boz, before my parents sent me here, they told me that this camp won an award for producing the least amount of garbage and not polluting the forest.
I know. I heard that, too. I wonder what they do with all the garbage.
I don't know.
Enjoy. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, sure. Wait till you get yellow yuck.
That was really very dirty of you, John.
What?
Tricking me into getting yellow yuck like that.
I didn't trick you, Max.
You didn't?
No, I just read what was on the cue cards.
You mean...
Max, remember what I told you? The producers always have their way of getting us back.
Yeah, but I mean...
I think you just got for messing up the contest.
Yeah, well, why didn't they get him for messing up rehearsals all week?
They will, don't worry.
They will.
Stand still and stop fidgeting.
But, Mom!
No buts, John. The note from the principal was quite specific. It said your dress had to be neater, and this is the neatest dress that I could possibly find. Now, hurry, or you're going to...
But, Mom!
No buts, dear. Hurry down, or you're going to be late again. Oh, John, wait a minute, dear. You forgot your Mary Jane.
A dress? My friends are never going to let me live this down.
I thought it was a very pretty dress, John.
You would. You're a girl.
Exactly, and I can't wait until the next time you have to wear it.
Next time? What next time?
You ought to know better than to wear a dress on a ship full of sailors.
Don't worry. I'll be glad to walk the plank. I'll never be able to face the kids at school tomorrow.
Ha ha! Enjoy, sharkies. Ha ha ha!
I don't care. If we can wake him, we can still get him on the air at the half-hour break. Now get to it.
Could somebody get some more coffee, please? Where's Mrs. Olson when you really need her? Oh.
And Deitch and Baja, you have to stay after school.
But why, miss? I didn't do anything.
Oh, that's right, Baja. You didn't do anything. You didn't do any homework last night. You didn't do any assignments last week. You didn't take any tests all month. And you haven't written an essay in the past 2 years. So you're going to stay after school.
It isn't fair.
It isn't fair indeed. Detention. Take a hike.
Ah, staying after school. Bet you never had to stay after school before, Jocelyn.
Of course not. And anyway, if I did, I'm sure the chauffeur would take my place.
Right, Jocelyn.
Or the upstairs maid.
Not all of us are as lucky as Jocelyn. We have to serve our own detentions. Here's what some of you told us about them.
Or the sous chef.
Have you ever stayed after school?
Of course I have. Who hasn't?
What happened?
Well, I was doing something bad, so the teacher made me go around the whole school and with this little toothbrush wash every single desktop. Every single one. I couldn't believe it.
I came in a little too late.
So they kept you after for that?
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, okay. What happened when you stayed after?
You walk in, you sit down. The teacher makes a fool out of herself by pronouncing your name wrong. You sit there, you wait until the teacher feels that it's time to let you go.
When's that usually?
Much later.
We
started getting in this mean fight, and it was punching and punching. And then the aide comes over here and says, you gotta go in the office, and then we had to stay after school.
How long did you have to stay after school?
For about a half an hour.
One time when I was chewing gum, my teacher got real mad, sent me out the room, and made me stay after school.
What did you do when you stayed after school?
Threw paper around the room.
All you do is sit there and do your homework.
Why'd you stay after school?
I was late.
That's all that happened whenever you stay after school?
Yeah, I'm a good kid.
There was this kid, right, in my class. It was in the 4th grade. And his name was Eddie, right? And I'll tell you, he kept on laughing, and he kept on making me laugh, right? And we had to stay after school, right? And we have to write our name 500 times.
500 times?
Yeah.
Was the teacher really mad?
Yeah.
Just because you were laughing, or did you do something else?
Well, when the teacher went out, we were kind of going wild and stuff. And, you know, jumping on desks, so I guess that was why.
I think that might have done it.
We just had to sit there until she said we could leave.
You didn't have to write anything or anything?
Well, only the time I was caught chewing gum.
Then what happened?
We just had to write 50 times I would not chew gum.
I had to stay after. They tell you to write why you're after school. And you write it down, and you tell if you think that you should not have to stay after school, and it's a really big waste of time.
Oh, hi, Dad. How was the class reunion?
Very nice.
Did you meet anyone you knew?
Oh, yes, quite a few old friends. I even met an old teacher of mine.
Oh, that must have been exciting.
Not exactly. She reminded me I still owed her a homework assignment. By the way, Baja, what is the square root of 49?
7. How'd you like those sharks, Baja? They have big teeth. But you know, Max, what I really want to know is how that educator guy finds us. I mean, is no place private anymore? I mean, I was taking a bath. I know. I wonder where he'll find you next time. Next time? Where?
Hey, what are you kids doing just sitting around?
Just sitting around.
I know that, but you're supposed to be getting ready for another one of those stupid contests.
What contest? No, not again. Listen, Baja, you stay here, and I'll be right back. I'll see you later.
Cue the contest.
What contest?
The phone-in contest.
Oh. Now it's time for another contest. We have a Don't Look Now t-shirt for the first person who phones in and tells us the answer to the name of the country that President Reagan canceled from his Southeast Asian tour. Now, if you know that, or if you don't, you can find the answer in last week's newspaper, then call us here at the studio at 1-800-932-1005. Now, and if you live in Massachusetts, you call 576-1730. Now remember, dial 1, then 800, then 932, then 1005. Now remember, but if you live in Massachusetts, you dial 576-1730. You did that very well, Baja. I know. Now you stay right here. Now let's watch Max at work. What do you mean, Max at work? Here, you have to answer the phone. Oh. Hello? 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 Hi, who's this?
Chris.
This is Chris? Hi, Chris. Where you from?
Big Star Gap.
Really? I hear you got that accent there. You know the answer to our question?
Yeah.
What is it?
Philippines.
The Philippines? That is correct. Okay? And you get a Don't Look Now t-shirt. What color do you want? Oh, wait a minute. You know what you should do? Stay on the line.
Good news, children. You've all made it onto one team or another. Baja, dear, you have made it onto the mixed soccer team.
Oh, boys. You're lucky.
Oh, and Tina, you have made it onto the girls' basketball team.
Oh, well.
Maximilian, you have made it onto the football team.
Good.
And Jocelyn, Alexandra, Elizabeth Leary, you have made the horse-jumping team.
Oh, good show.
Oh, and John, dear, you have made the cheerleading team. Sis, boom, bop. Isn't it adorable? Quite cunning, quite cunning.
If I ever find out who's responsible for putting me in these.
Oh, there you are, John. I've been looking all over for you.
Don't tell me you found another page that has me in a dress.
Is there another page?
I hope not.
Why not, John? I think those are simply delightful dresses you have, which is why I wanted to talk to you. I was wondering if you might introduce me to your dress designer. I know he must be frightfully busy designing for you, but surely if you put in a good word pour moi, he might find some way... A simple yes or no would have sufficed.
Daddy. Oh, John, good you're home, dear. Would you dress the salad for Mother, please?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm not having anything to do with the word dress.
Oh, John, don't be silly. Go on and dress the salad for Mother. Go ahead, dear. That's a good boy. Oh, there you are, John. I was told to remind you to be here Thursday for dress rehearsal.
Dress? No!
Was it something I said?
You walk the plank.
Hold it, stop!
What do you want now, matey?
Listen, I have a proposition for you, Max. I'll take your place and walk the plank. You will? So long as you agree to make the change permanent. I'll play all your parts and wear all of your clothes, so long as you agree to play all my parts and wear all of my costumes. Are you crazy? I'd rather die.
Maximilian,
Yes, miss.
come here, boy. I am afraid that this essay you wrote on the effects of television on society is identical to an essay that you wrote last year.
Yes, miss. You see, it was a repeat essay.
Very funny. Well, this repeat essay has just earned you a repeat F. Wookie!
Oh-do-do-do. Oh-yo-de-do.
What do you want now, Bodger?
We were just wondering what you do in the winter. You know, when summer camp's all over and you have no kids to poison.
Oh, well, Baja, I'll be working in the school cafeteria system. What's the name of your school, dear?
Ringen Latin. No, that's mine. I'm Bigelow. What are you talking about? That's my school. It's mine.
Oh, shut up and eat. I'm gonna go get a pencil.
Bigelow.
Quiet, quiet. I'm gonna go get a pencil and write all this information down. I don't want to forget any of this.
You're gonna get us all killed. Me at least. Sorry.
Okay, now when I say go, you guys get your 10-minute break, but 10 minutes only, not 1 second more, okay? Ready, get set, and go.
Oh, shucks. I forgot to bring something today.
Oh, here, Tina, you can have some of mine.
Oh, thank you. Jocelyn, I hate to tell you, but your raspberry jam sandwich is like fish.
Oh, well, that's because they're made from beluga caviar.
Caviar? Isn't that stuff that costs $300 an ounce?
$350, but who's counting?
You know what caviar is, don't you, Tina?
At $350 an ounce, who cares?
Fish eggs. You know, like frog spawn.
And you, Maximilian, have to stay after school for detention.
Not fair.
What was that you said, Deitch? Speak.
It's not fair. You make everybody else stay after school except Jocelyn. I bet that's just because she's rich.
No, Maximilian, it has nothing whatever to do with the fact that Jocelyn is very, very, very rich.
It doesn't?
No. It has to do with the fact that if I give Jocelyn detention, I have to stay after school to supervise that detention. All alone, in this room, with Jocelyn, for hours. Now do you understand why I never give Jocelyn detention?
Hey, I get the picture.
I thought you would.
Hey, Tina.
Yeah, Max?
Where did you go on your summer vacation?
I went to go see some famous arches.
Really?
Yeah, golden ones. I worked at McDonald's slinging burgers.
How delightful! Is there a prize for slinging one the farthest?
Tina, it's not on your vacation, Jocelyn.
Oh, we went absolutely everywhere. First, we went to the Côte d'Azur, where Daddy keeps the European yacht. Then
Okay. But where did you finally end up?
Why, back here, of course.
Hey, Max.
Yeah?
Did anyone ever tell you that you and me look alike?
No, and if they did, I'd kill them.
Hey, Tina.
Yeah?
Do you know how to tell me and Max apart?
No.
Just smell our breath.
Oh. Hey, Baja.
Yeah, Jocelyn?
Yesterday, my teacher told me I had no common sense.
So?
So I told her there's nothing common about me.
Yes.
Unlike you, Max.
Ooh.
Jocelyn?
Sarah.
I just wanted to call you in, Jocelyn, to express our profound thanks to your family for donating the land for the new gymnasium.
Amars me hearties, haul on the bowling. And you, walk the plank.
Oh, well, this should be easy. It's not nearly as high as the tower in the Olympic-sized pool we have at home.
So get on with it then.
Who owns this ship anyway?
This is a pirate ship, and you're being held for ransom.
Is the lot of ransom?
Gold.
Oh, well, that's good, because you see, Daddy owns the pirate line.
Owns the pirate line. Oh, well, maybe we won't have you walk with the plank just yet. Come on, no.
She's driving me crazy. I mean, always going on about how many gardeners and stuff she has.
Oh, come on now, Tina. We have to be tolerant of minorities.
What? She's not a minority.
How many people do you know who are really, really rich?
Oh, all right. But why can't you and I belong to a minority?
Tina, we do.
Yeah, I know, but I mean one like that.
What? You want to be like Jocelyn?
Oh, on second thought, forget it.
Ah.
Oh, what's wrong, dear?
Nothing. I just cut my finger.
Oh, come here and let Mother dress the wound for you.
Dress? No!
What's wrong with him?
I don't know, dear. He cut himself. I guess the pain must be more unbearable than I thought.
It's just
excuse me.
beautiful.
Have any of you girls seen John?
No.
We're supposed to be studying lines
But
together.
I haven't seen John. Anyway, have you
Anyway,
seen
he
this
was
year's...
getting so commercialized. I mean, these windows, you just have to see these windows, Jocelyn. You could not resist walking into this store.
Ah, there you are, John.
Uh-oh.
Tell me, John, do you like the sea?
The letter C? Nah, I've gone way past that. I get F's on my report.
No, John. I mean the high sea. You know, with lots of waves and swells.
No, I get seasick very easily.
Oh, how unfortunate for you. John, you're about to learn how to man a tugboat.
Me? Really? Out in the high seas like Christopher Columbus?
More like Popeye.
Very funny.
So, John, it takes a tugboat like the Walton here about an hour to tug a ship from the harbor out to the sea.
An hour? Is that all? I could stay on one of these all day.
This is Captain Frank DeSimone. With your able assistance, he's heading out to tug a Navy ship.
Man, this sure beats highway driving. We're picking that thing up?
Yes, John, and that thing, as you call it, actually weighs about 30,000 gross tons. A ship that size is too big to move and turn easily out of harbors on its own, and that's where the tugboats come in. The Walton is joined by 2 other tugs to do the job here. While they work together, the tugboats communicate with each other and the ship by signals like this. With their powerful engines, rubberized bows, and easy mobility, tugboats can push vessels like this one safely on their way. Pardon me, John, but you have that after roller coaster look. Are you all right?
I think it's too far to swim. Hey, Tim, if I could borrow that life preserver for a couple hours. Thank you.
And so, John, that is how a tugboat works.
I know. I know.
Did I say something wrong?
And now for another contest. Jocelyn, do you know the question?
Oh, no, I don't.
Make it up, make it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, how many rooms do I have in my house?
No, you have to ask a question from last week's newspaper. I know. What was the name of the cardinal who died in New York last week? That's what, last week.
All right. What was the name of the cardinal that died last week in New York? If you know the answer, call us at 1-800-932-1005. Remember, dial 1, then 800, then 932-1005.
But in Massachusetts, the line is broken, so you can't call. Oh, well.
If you know the answer, and you'll win if you can reach us, you'll win a Don't Look Now t-shirt.
Right.
Though I don't expect you'll want to wear it.
Jocelyn.
Sorry.
Now we're going to watch Elvis Costello. And we get to talk. Hello?
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Joanne.
Joanne? Do you know the answer to the question?
Cardinal Cook.
Right, you just won yourself a t-shirt.
Good.
Where are you from?
Come on,
North Brunswick.
Excuse me?
North Brunswick.
No, oh.
New Jersey.
Oh. What school do you go to?
John Adams.
John Adams? How's the weather out there? How's the weather?
Where's she live?
Oh, it's nice.
Oh,
Children,
hey.
here are your geography assignments. Maximilian, very good. John, there you go. Tina, dear, excellent. And Jocelyn, why do you have Paris as the capital of Burundi, New York as the capital of China, and Baghdad as the capital of Oklahoma, dear?
Well, that's where the computer said they were.
What computer?
The one that helped me with my homework.
What kind of a computer would mix up places like this?
The one my father's airline uses to direct people's luggage all over the world.
Oh! Plus.
97, 98, 99, 100. Ready or not, here I come. What are you kids still doing here? You're supposed to be hiding.
We just wanted to see if you could count to 100.
Oh, you did you?
Uh-huh.
Well, Jocelyn, dear, I have ways of getting to kids like you, so watch it. Jocelyn.
But what I don't understand, Dad, is how I ended up here.
Well, Baja, last summer when we sent our real daughter on a trip, the airline lost her, and you're the girl they replaced her with, so we decided to adopt you.
But what about my real parents?
I'm sure the airline sent them someone to replace you.
Why don't we call them up? Maybe your daughter Jocelyn ended up with them.
No, let's not.
Okay, Jocelyn, now we're doing the part about the rich kids and the poor kids, okay? Cue.
It really bothers you that I'm rich, doesn't it? I didn't pick my parents any more than you picked yours. It's not my fault that I'm rich and you're not. So don't blame me. Oh, no! This is a Pierre Cardin original.
don't you, Jocelyn? Oh, dear.
Miss,
Yes, Maximilian, speak.
what made you become a teacher, miss?
Oh, well, ever since I was a little girl, Maximilian, I've wanted to be a teacher. Why, when I was very little, I used to line up my stuffed animals in a row and pretend that I was the teacher and they were the students. Not much has changed since then, I'm afraid.
What do you mean, miss?
Well, those animals' heads were filled with sawdust. And so were yours. Now, what was last night's homework?
Here, Bosh. Time to drink your papaya juice.
Papaya juice? I hate papaya juice. What is this?
Direct from the director. He says it has something to do with the sick green color you turn when you drink the stuff. Makes pretty pictures or something.
But Tina...
But nothing, Bosh. Remember what happened to Max and John when they didn't do what they were told?
Papaya juice. I hate it. What kinds of foods do you hate? Well, I drink this. Let's find out.
What kind of foods do you hate? I hate lasagna. Why do you hate lasagna? Because of the cheese. It's too smushy.
Fish.
Why do you hate fish? I think it stinks.
I don't eat a lot of junk food, and I don't like it because, well, it gives you bad teeth and stuff like that, and makes you fat.
Spinach, everyone hates. I hate vegetables. Like what kinds? Carrots. Just carrots. Pickles. Why? Because they're sour. I don't like sour pickles. Spaghetti. Why do you hate it? Because I don't like the taste and it's all stringy and everything. Spaghetti. Why do you hate spaghetti? It looks weird. It just looks weird. I don't like it. I hate macaroni and cheese. Why do you hate macaroni and cheese? I don't like the cheese on it.
The one I really hate is probably liver, because it looks like dead meat, and it just, a dead animal, just put on your plate. It's disgusting.
Why do you hate liver? Because it's slimy and gross, and I don't like it. Why do you hate liver? Because it's slimy. What? Anything else? Fish. Why do you hate fish? Because that's slimy too. What kind of foods do you hate most? Spinach. Why do you hate spinach? The way it goes down your throat, you know, it just makes you throw up.
Oh, there you are, John. I've been looking all over for you. Have you still got that dress of yours?
Why is everyone talking to me about dresses?
Don't be silly, John. I know you have a dress, and I happen to like the style. And since mine got ruined, I'm willing to offer you $200 for yours.
$200?
All right, $300, but that's all the money Daddy would let me bring to the studio.
No, that's enough. I'll just go get the dress.
Oh, okay, and I'll go get the money.
Okay.
You know, I don't think you campers appreciate me. All you ever do is complain, complain, and complain.
That's not true, Violet.
Oh, it isn't?
No, we don't always complain. Sometimes there isn't enough time.
Hey, the rest of you campers, shut up and eat.
Dad, you weren't at parent-teacher night.
I know, son. I got off late from the office, and I just didn't have time tonight.
That's what I tried to tell the principal, but he insisted that you write out 1,000 times I must not miss parent-teacher night. And have it on his desk by 9 tomorrow morning.
I will not.
7, 8, 9, 90. What are you doing out of your dress, John? I was beginning to think you liked it.
I don't have that dress anymore.
You don't?
No, I sold it to Jocelyn for $300.
$300?
Yep. You know, Max, maybe you should get a dress. Jocelyn really seems to enjoy the dresses they put boys into around here.
Just get a little 50.
Max, pretend you're my wife, all right? Yeah. You say, Dear, what did you get me for Christmas?
Dear, what'd you get me for Christmas?
Close your eyes. What do you see?
Nothing.
That's what you got for Christmas.
Will you remember me in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Will you remember me in 20 years?
Yeah.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
You didn't remember me. What do you call a cow with no legs?
I don't know. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef. What begins with T, ends with T, and is full of tea?
What?
A teapot.
Jocelyn, dear, how many times must Mother tell you that chewing on your hair is a very bad habit, and using ketchup on it only makes it worse?
But, Mom, I don't like it without the ketchup.
Oh, well, have you tried mustard, dear?
No.
No. How about creamy Italian dressing? It's Mother's favorite.
Okay.
Okay? Or blue cheese is another choice. You could do one braid in blue cheese and one braid in creamy Italian.
Okay.
Want to give it a go?
Well, that's it for another week.
Yeah. A few adults have been complaining about this show,
Yeah.
but I want to know what you think. So tell us what you like and what you don't like.
Send your comments to Don't Look Now, 125 Western Avenue, Boston, Massachusetts, 02134.
Make your views known.
Well, Jocelyn, what do you think?
I think kids have the right to express their own opinions. And if they like this show, then they should tell people.
Oh, no. What do you think of the dress? How do you like it?
It doesn't suit you, Max, and it's ugly. I would change my dress designer if I were you.
You mean you don't want to buy this dress off me?
Heavens, no! I wouldn't even dress my least favorite dog in that.
Brag. You mean I got myself into this dress and made a fool out of myself in front of nationwide television for nothing?
Sure looks that way.
Well, Max, the bows are kind of nice.
I know, and green.
Yellow one.
Come
That's
on,
how
Tony.
Tony is.
You need this dress.
You mean you've finally been able to wake him up? Well, get him on the air, quick.
Phew. Pat, 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 pat. It's a beautiful day in my beddy bye. A wonderful day to have off today. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Oh, my Cupid, my neighbor.
Bye, Max.
Bye.
See you
Bye,
all later.
Bye, Max.
Bye,
Max, why are you still dressed like that? Aren't you going to change before you go home?
Yeah, I would if I could find my pants.
I've told them again and again not to leave their clothes lying around the studio.
Major funding for Don't Look Now was provided by the Mabel Louise Riley Foundation, a Boston-based foundation with special interest in children and youth. Additional funding was provided by public television stations and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
My Betty bye. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?
What? Oh, all right. I guess we'll have to let those ill-mannered kids do another show. Yeah. Due to unforeseen circumstances, PBS is proud to continue its experimental program for children, Don't Look Now.
Live from
Well, then why do you want to go out with them?
And cue.
What do you mean, cue? I thought this show was canceled.
Not anymore.
What happened to Mr. Richards' show?
Yeah.
Oh, he fell asleep. He was probably watching your program.
Great. Now what do we do?
Well, why don't you just do the show like we've been rehearsing it all week, huh?
This should be a laugh.
That's what I said.
Cute. What can they do to me?
I don't know, but they have their ways. They got me last week, so I advise you to do the contest.
Tina, I don't know what to say.
It's on the cue cards.
Oh, you may or may not know it, but this show is live. That's why they call it a comedy show. Everyone at home is waiting for us to make idiots of ourselves. I'm not kidding.
Just read what's on the cards, Max.
But it's also live because you at home can call us here at the studio and talk to us on the air. For example, you could win this neat Don't Look Now t-shirt for just answering a simple question. Hint, we get all our questions from last week's newspapers. So here goes. Tina reads the question.
Max, it's my line.
Sorry.
The question is, who was the 1983 Nobel Peace Prize winner?
That's easy.
Don't tell me the answer, Max. Oh, boy.
Sorry.
Now for the hard part. You can reach us here in the studio at 1-800-932-1005. Now remember, 1-800-932-1005.
But in Massachusetts, you call 576-1730 without the 800 number because it doesn't work in Massachusetts.
Right.
Now what do we do?
Well, we're going to watch Billy Joel while our viewer calls in.
Wait a minute, viewer, I think...
The following program is not intended for preschool-age children. Parental discretion is advised.
Major funding for Don't Look Now is provided by the Mabel Louise Riley Foundation, a Boston-based foundation with special interest in children and youth. Additional funding is provided by public television stations and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Last week at this time, PBS took a daring leap in broadcast television history. We gave a group of young children the opportunity to create a television program of their very own. At this time, I wish to apologize for that and make my solemn promise that that program will not reappear on this network. In its place, we present something much more suitable for you boys and girls, an extra episode of Mr. Richards.
Mr. Richards, wake up. You're on. Mr. Richards, you better get your thumb out of your mouth. You're going to need orthodonture.
What do you mean? I'm on.
Yes, it's a direct order from the top. You have to do an extra program.
Sure. But it's such a beautiful day in my Betty Bye. A wonderful day in my...
You always have that pipe in your mouth when you never light it.
My mother made me put this pipe in my mouth.
You're kidding. You mean Grandma makes you smoke a pipe?
Well, not exactly. You see, when I turned 34, she decided it was time I stopped sucking my thumb. She gave me a baby's pacifier, but your mother took that away. This pipe is the only thing they'll let me put in my mouth.
Oh, please, let me be adopted, please.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Pell.
Sit down. Now, did anybody do anything interesting over the weekend?
Oh, Miss!
Maximilian, speak.
I went to the theater, Miss, and saw Hamlet. I really enjoyed it, Miss. It was great.
What? You went to see Hamlet, and you liked it?
Yes, Miss. To be or not to be. That is the question.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to enjoy Hamlet. Shakespeare did not write Hamlet to be enjoyed.
Did he?
No. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet to be taught in school. Now, don't give me any more of this enjoying Shakespeare nonsense.
Yes, miss.
Come on, Max, it's easy. You're crazy. I'm not going in front of nationwide television and introduce a stupid contest.
Why not? There's nothing to it. I did it last week.
Well, you're more experienced, so you can do it again this week.
Nope, it says in the script that you gotta do it, so you have to. Plus, producers don't like it if you mess up.
Hello?
Hi. Against all odds, we're back again. Some of us you've seen before, like me, but others like Max and John and Baja and Jocelyn are new. Max lives in Cambridge, but Jocelyn, she lives in a 10-room house.
11 rooms, actually, but who's counting? That's if you don't count the 4 bathrooms, or the stables.
Ha! Avast, me hearties! Hoist the mainsail! And you, ha-ha, walk the plank.
Wait. This letter's just arrived.
Let me see that.
My ransom's been paid.
Nope. It's a letter from the Society of Prevention to Cruelty to Animals. It says here that they think it's cruel of us to feed you to the sharks this way.
I'm saved.
Wrong. Apparently, your running shoes give 'em heartburn. So take off your shoes, and then you walk the plank. Come on, ye little...
Dad,
Yes, son.
Dad, how come you smoke a pipe?
Well, I don't actually smoke it. You know that, son.
Yeah, I know that, but I was just wondering how come